Hi guys. This is D. Igorotech. Today, I will show you how to install the latest Fortigate 40 OS on VMware Workstation Pro. Afterwards, we will configure any device or operating system to be part of this Fortigate virtual machine. We can add either Windows operating system, Linux or even Mac OS. This is very useful for lab activities or if you plan to test new Fortigate 40 OS firmware features. Let's begin. First is we are going to install the VMware Workstation Pro. If you already installed the app, then you may skip this process. Open your web browser. Search for VMware Workstation Pro download. Choose the first option, which is the official website. Scroll down to the bottom. We have the version for Windows and also the version for Linux. In my case, I'm using Windows 11, so I will choose Windows. To download, simply click on Download Now. You may choose where you want to save the executable file, then click Save. Wait for it to download the executable file. The file size is around 600 megabytes. Let's check the downloaded file. The file name is VMware Workstation Full and the application version. Double-click on it to install. For the installation process, we will leave it all to default. Click Next to continue. Accept the license agreement, then click Next. Click Next again. I don't want to check for product updates on startup, so I will uncheck the box. Also, I don't want to join the VMware customer experience. Click Next to continue. I want to create shortcut on desktop and start menu program folders, so I will just click Next. Before we click Install, we will check the network connections. Go to Search. Type ncpa.cpl, then hit Enter or click the Control Panel item. Additional network adapters will be automatically installed, so don't be surprised if you notice new network adapters. Now, click on Install. Notice the desktop shortcut icon automatically created on desktop. It's now installing virtual network drivers. Notice that we have 2 additional networks added. Well, if you have a VMware license, then click on License. Input your license, then hit Enter. If you don't have a license, then click Skip. Click Finish to exit the setup wizard. Now, let's launch the application. Double-click on the desktop shortcut icon. You can also input your license here if you have one. If you don't have a license, then choose the second option. I want to try VMware Workstation for 30 days. Click Continue. Click Finish. It will tell you that your evaluation period ends in 30 days. You can also enter a license key from here. Notice that it automatically detected and added my previous virtual machines. Next is we will download the 40 OS VM. Open your web browser. Enter the URL support.fortinet.com. In order for us to download the 40 OS VM, we need to have an account. No worries, it's free and very easy. You can also download the Fortigate 40 OS virtual machine image from the link on the description below. I will keep it updated to the latest release. If you already have an account, then choose Login. If you don't have an account, then choose Register. You must enter a valid email because you will receive the activation code for you to activate your account. Click Next. It will now ask for the verification code. Log in to the email address you used earlier. You should have received this email verification code. If you haven't received the code, then go back to the Fortinet website, then click Resend Verification. Now, go back to your email. Copy the code, then paste it on the box. Next is enter the CAPTCHA. If you can't read the CAPTCHA, then you can click Refresh CAPTCHA. Once done, click Next. Now, enter your desired password. You can check the password requirements. Minimum of 8 characters. Numbers 0 to 9. Both uppercase and lowercase, and some special characters. Once done, click Next. Fill up your account information. Make sure to fill up all the required details. Once completed, click on Agreement. Accept the service terms and conditions, then click Register. Account registration complete. Click Complete. Now, log in using your email address and password used to sign up. Let's now download the Fortigate FortiOS VM. Go to Support. Choose VM Images. Under Select Product, choose Fortigate. Under Select Platform, choose VMware ESXi. You can see the Fortigate FortiOS VM available. During the time of this recording, the latest version is 7.2. You can also download the older versions if you prefer. You have two download options. First option is to upgrade from previous version of Fortigate for VMware. Second is new deployment of Fortigate for VMware. Since this is a new deployment, then we will choose the second option. Click Download. Select the folder you want to save the file, then click Save. The file size is only around 70 megabytes. Wait for it to download the file. Let's now check the downloaded file. Refresh the page to remove the unconfirmed download. Since the file is compressed, then we need to extract it first. Right-click on it, then choose Extract Files or Extract All. Click Extract. We are going to import this Fortigate VM.ovf. We can show the file extension if you want. Now, open the VMware Workstation. Click on Open a Virtual Machine. Locate the extracted file. Choose the file named Fortigate VM.ovf. Click on it to click Open. Accept the terms of the license agreement. Click Next. Enter your preferred virtual machine name. Next is you can modify the storage path. You can leave it to default. For me, I usually store all virtual machines in my D drive. To do this, click Browse. Locate where you want to store the virtual machine. Create a folder and give it a name based on your preference. Click OK. You can see the virtual machine name and the storage path, which in my case is the drive D. Click Import. Wait for it to finish the process. The Fortigate virtual machine has now been imported. Now, click on Edit Virtual Machine Settings. We will leave the memory to default. Also the processor, etc. We only needs to modify the network adapters. Click on Network Adapter. Make sure the network connection is set to bridged, connected directly to the physical network. This means, this virtual machine will be a member of my physical network. I can ping and access this virtual machine from this physical computer or any device connected to this network. This bridged network adapter would act as our WAN or the internet-facing interface. Next is the LAN. Click on Network Adapter 2. This would be our LAN interface or internal network. Select the LAN segment. Click on LAN segment. We will create a LAN network. Click on Add. Give it a name. We will just give it a name of LAN to make it simple. Click OK to apply. Now, click the down arrow. Choose the LAN segment we just created. We will only need this 2 network adapter. The bridged as our WAN and the LAN segment as our LAN. Now, go back to bridged. Under Device Status, uncheck the Connected Power On. We will do this to all of the network adapters. Go to the Network Adapter 2 or the LAN, then uncheck also the Connected Power On. Do this to the rest of the network adapters. You have to do it one by one. Double check everything to make sure everything is unchecked. This is to avoid errors during the installation. Once done, click OK. From here, you can also see the changes we did. Notice the bridged and the LAN segment. Next is we will configure the bridged network. Go to Edit. Choose Virtual Network Editor. By default there's no bridged network pre-configured. Now, click Change Settings. We have now this VMnet 0, which will be the bridge. Under VMnet Information, expand the bridge to. By default, It is set to automatic. You can leave it to default or specify the physical network adapter where you want to bridge this virtual machine. In my case, I'm only using the Wi-Fi. You can choose your LAN adapter if you want. This depends on your network setup. Take note of the developer, which in my case is Qualcomm Atheros. Go back to VMnet information. I will choose my Wi-Fi, which is the Qualcomm Atheros. Notice the external connection has been changed Qualcomm Atheros. Click Apply to save the changes. Now, click on Power on this virtual machine. It will now install the Fortigate virtual machine. Wait for it to finish the necessary process. It's now formatting the disk. The system is going down now. It means the device will automatically reboot. Now wait for it to complete the startup process. By default, or every time you factory reset the Fortigate or newly out of the box, the username is admin. The password is blank, so simply hit enter. We cannot leave the password blank. You are forced to change your password. Please input a new password. I will input admin as my password to make it simple. Confirm the new password. We are now logged into the device. Now, this next process is very important. Make sure to input this commands or else you will encounter this errors. Admin session removed because license registration status changed to invalid. Or from GUI, evaluation license has expired. Upload a new license. In short, your virtual machine will automatically expire after installation if you don't input these commands. Even though if you check the license, it shows you have exactly 15 days trial. Now, follow this commands. Config system NTP. Set system sync disable. Set type custom. End to apply. Now, turn off the virtual machine. Right-click on it. Hover your cursor to power. Choose Shutdown Guest. Tick Shutdown to proceed. We will revert the changes we did earlier. Click on Edit Virtual Machine Settings. Click on the network adapter, which is the bridged. Enable Connected Power On and also Connected if not grayed out. Next is go to Network Adapter 2. Enable also Connected Power On and Connected. The option Connected will only available if the device is running. We are only going to use this 2 network adapter, so no need to enable the rest. Click OK to apply. Now, power on the virtual machine. Wait for it to complete the startup process. Now, we will double check the network adapter status. Right-click on the Fortigate virtual machine. Click Settings. Go to Network Adapter. Under Device Status, make sure that Connected and Connected Power On are enabled. Double check also the Network Adapter 2 or the LAN to make sure Connected and Connected Power On are enabled. No need to enable the rest. Click OK to apply if you did some changes. You can now log in using the username, which is admin, and the password admin as we configured. Now, let's configure the interfaces. Config System Interfaces, hit Enter. Edit Port 1, this is the bridged network adapter which will be our WAN or the internet-facing interface. Set Mode DHCP. This means, it will automatically receive IP address from your physical network. Set Role to WAN since it's the internet-facing interface. You can set alias based on your preference. We will give it an alias of WAN to make it simple. Next is Set Allow Access. This are the protocols you want to use to access this interface. We will enable HTTP and HTTPS for web access. Telnet and SSH for CLI access. Ping to verify the connectivity. Show to view and verify the interface configuration. Next is we are going to configure the LAN interface. Enter the command Next. Edit Port 2. This would be our LAN or the internal network. Set Mode Static since we are going to statically assign the IP address. Set Role to LAN since this interface would be for our LAN or internal network. Set IP followed by your preferred LAN network. In my case 10.10.10.1 is the gateway with /24 subnet. Next set Allow Access. We will also enable HTTP and HTTPS for web access, Telnet and SSH for CLI access. Ping to verify the connectivity. You can enter the command show to view or verify the interface configuration. If you forgot something, then you can just add or edit. End to exit. Enter the command show system interface to view the interface's configurations. Now, let's check what is the IP address received from the port 1 or the bridged network adapter. Get system interface physical. Notice that it received the IP address of 10.1.1.31. Since we enabled the ping, then we should be able to ping this IP address from our physical network. Open the command prompt, then ping the IP address received, which in my case is 10.1.1.31. We should be able to ping the Fortigate virtual machine from our physical computer. If you cannot ping, then double check the process. We also enabled HTTP and HTTPS for this interface, so we should be able to access from the host web browser. Go back to your computer and open a web browser. Enter the Fortigate virtual machine IP address, which is 10.1.1.31. Success! We are able to access from our physical network. Now, log in using the default username, which is admin, and the password admin as we configured. Choose later. You can watch the new features, or you can tick on Don't Show Again, then click OK. You are now running Fortigate virtual machine. You can see the system informations from here. Fortigate time is out of sync. This is because we disabled the NTP sync earlier. I will show you how to enable it back later on. Unable to connect to FortiGuard servers. Ignore this one because we are running the virtual machine. Let's check the notification. Unable to connect to FortiGuard server. Also, it will show you the license expiration. If it expires, then you can redo the process again. Let's check the interfaces. Go to Network. Click on Interfaces. You can see the internal LAN and the IPNet mask we configured. Scroll down and you will see the WAN interface and IP address configured. This is the bridged network adapter. HTTP and Telnet is in red because it's not secured and it's not recommended. I just enabled it for the sake of this video. Now, let's go back to port 2 or the WAN interface. Double-click on it to edit. Notice that Retrieve Default Gateway from Server is enabled, so we don't need to configure the static route. To verify, we can open the CLI. Execute ping 8.8.8.8. Success! This means this virtual machine can access the internet. Next is we will check the policy. Go to Policy and Objects. Firewall Policy. Notice that there's no pre-configured policy for this version. We are going to create a very basic policy. Click Create New. We will give it a name of LAN to Internet. Incoming interface would be the internal or port 2. Outgoing interface would be the WAN or port 1. This is the advantages of configuring the alias. It's very useful for your reference, especially for beginners. For the source, you can select all, or you can create a new address for the LAN subnet. To do this, click Create Address. Give a name of LAN to make it simple. For the IPNet mask, enter the LAN, which is 10.10.10.0 with /24 subnet. Click OK to apply. Click the LAN address we just created to add. For the destination, select All. Schedule to Always and Services to All. Enable NAT since this policy is for Internet access. For the security profiles, you can check my other video on the link on the description below for the Fortigate basic configuration. For log allowed traffic, choose all sessions for troubleshooting purposes. Make sure to enable the policy. Once done, click OK to apply. You can now see the policy we just created. Name is LAN to Internet. Source is the LAN address. Destination is All. Schedule to Always and Services to All. This policy means, internal network can access anything or all. No scheduling and can use all services. Now, let's connect an internal device to be a member of the LAN network. Go back to the VMware Workstation. For this demo, We will configure this Windows 11 to be a member of the LAN network. Click on it, then click on Edit Virtual Machine Settings. Go to Network Adapter. Choose LAN segment. Choose the LAN. This is the one we configured on the Fortigate virtual machine. Click OK to apply. Let's now power on this Windows 11 virtual machine. I will fast forward the video to skip the startup process. Notice that we are not yet connected to the Fortigate LAN because we haven't enabled DHCP server. For now, we have to manually set the IP address. Go to Search. Type ncpa.cpl. Click the Control Panel item. Right-click on your Ethernet adapter. Choose Properties. Select TCP/IPv4. Choose Properties. Tick on Use the following IP address. Now, we must set the IP address within the same network of the Fortigate LAN or the Port 2 interface. We will give the IP address of 10.10.10.100. Subnet mask is /24. Default gateway is the Fortigate virtual machine LAN interface, which is 10.10.10.1. We can set the preferred DNS to Google DNS. For alternative DNS, we can set it to Cloudflare DNS. Click OK to apply. Notice that we are now connected to the Fortigate virtual machine LAN network. To verify, we can open a command prompt, then ping the Fortigate LAN gateway, which is 10.10.10.1. Since we can ping, then we should be able to access through web browser as well, since HTTP and HTTPS has been enabled for allow access. From the Windows 11 virtual machine, open a web browser. Enter the Fortigate virtual machine LAN gateway, which is 10.10.10.1. Success! We can ping and access the Fortigate virtual machine from the virtual host, which is a member of the LAN network. Now, log in using the default username admin and password admin as we configured. Click Later. Let's check the firewall policy. Go to Policy and Objects. Firewall Policy. Expand the internal to WAN policy that we created. You can see that there is traffic going out, which is from this Windows 11 virtual machine. Well, we can open another tab, then test to browse any website. We should be able to access the internet. Go back to the Fortigate again. Before we refresh the page, notice the bytes is only 1.73 megabytes. Now, refresh the page. You can see it has been increased since we initiate some traffic by browsing the internet. You can now proceed with your lab activity or test the new features. Lastly, I will show you how to fix this Fortigate time is out of sync. To do this, launch the CLI. Enter this commands. Config system NTP. Set NTP sync enable. Set type FortiGuard. N to apply. Next is reboot the virtual machine. Click on the admin user. Hover your mouse cursor to system. Choose reboot. Click OK to proceed. Wait for it to reboot. You may log in again. Notice that the error has been resolved. After you enable the NTP sync, and if in case you encounter this issue, evaluation license has expired. Upload a new license. If you only encounter this error, then you need to disable the NTP sync again. If you want to learn more about Fortigate, then you may check my other videos, or you can check the links on the description below. You can also check the guide on how to configure Fortigate for beginners. Well, that's all for today's demonstration, and I really hope you like this video. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and click on the notification bell for more amazing tutorials. Thank you and see you in the next video.